Welcome to Mission San Juan Capistrano, the jewel of the mission and the jewel of Orange County. My name is Aislyn. Join me in my tour throughout the beautiful 10-acre grounds of gardens, fountains, and structures. This is the founding document. Mission San Juan Capistrano, the seventh mission in a chain of 21, was founded November 1, 1776 by Father Junipero Serra. The olive millstone is powered by a boy of the mission or by a donkey used for crushing olives for oil. Olive oil had many uses at the mission, including cooking and trading for other goods. This dated replica is in need of preservation. Built in 1791, the barracks housed 4 to 6 Spanish soldiers stationed at the mission. The barracks later housed blacksmiths and the stables during the Rancho period, 1845 to 1865. Native American history. This shelter made of willow branches and tule leaves is called a quicha and was the traditional housing for Juaneño Indians before the Spanish arrived. You are now viewing the South Wing Museum rooms, which includes a dormitory, a kitchen, a pantry, an entry to the central courtyard, Padre's living room, a guest bedroom, Padre's dining room, and exhibits from the Rancho period 1845 to 1865. These are the West Wing Museum rooms. The California Missions Resource Studio. This is the exciting new exhibit. This is the Mission Industrial Center. An excavation in the 1930s revealed the tallow vats where Indians made soap, candles, grease, and ointments from animal fat. Below the tallow vats are dyeing vats, where mission inhabitants dyed wool. To the south of the dyeing vats are the Catalan furnaces, the oldest metal furnaces in California. South of the forge area is the kitchen where Juaneños cook their food. This is the Leon Rene Music Room. This room features original sheet music signed by Leon Rene and the piano he used in 1939 to compose When the Swallows Come Back to Capistrano. The Central Courtyard, also known as the Plaza, was a work area in the heart of mission life. 3 zanjas, water channels, ran through mission grounds and under the West Wing into the industrial area. Father O'Sullivan built a Moorish-style fountain dedicated to the 4 evangelists and planted most of the trees in the 1920s. Most of the mission's concerts and special events take place here. The Serra Chapel. Completed in 1788, this is the only original mission church in California still standing in which Father Serra is known to have celebrated the sacraments. In the early 1920s, Father St. John O'Sullivan, pastor of the mission from 1910 to 1933, restored the chapel. The beautiful Baroque altar is from Barcelona, Spain, and is made of hand-carved wood with a gold leaf overlay. It is estimated to be over 400 years old. The side chapel is dedicated to St. Peregrine, patron saint of sufferers. Near the entry is the original baptismal font that once stood in the Great Stone Church. The Mission Cemetery. Up to 2,000 Catholics and mostly Juaneño Native American Indians were laid to rest in this area of unmarked graves. The monument, topped with a Celtic cross, was installed by Father O'Sullivan as a memorial to those who originally built the mission. The tomb of Father O'Sullivan is at the foot of the monument. The Sacred Garden and Bell Wall. The bells originally hung in the bell tower of the Great Stone Church until the earthquake of 1812. The two large bells are recast of the original that date back to 1796. The small bells date back to 1804. Bells were important to early mission life and called the communities to meals, religious services, work, funerals, the sighting of a supply ship or a returning padre, and for recreation purposes. The Great Stone Church. Begun in 1797, the church took 9 years to build. On the feast day of the Immaculate Conception, December 8, 1812, an earthquake struck during morning mass. The walls crumbled and the domes caved in, killing 42 Indian worshippers. The church was never rebuilt. The statue of Father Sarah, an Indian boy. This statue was commissioned by Father St. John O'Sullivan in 1914. Father St. John O'Sullivan was the model for Father Sarah and a local resident. Clarence Mendelsohn was the model for the boy. The statue symbolizes the meeting of the two cultures, the old and the new worlds. The cross was added in 2009 after it was discovered that the original location of the statue also included a cross, which disappeared in the mid-1900s. Thank you for joining me in my tour. Once again, this is Aislyn reporting live at the Mission San Juan Capistrano.